A warm welcome from us all in sunny Malaysia, this time from Lumut for the second round of the Malaysian Rally Championship 2003. We are at the takeoff point to the fabled islands of Pangkor. As we waited for the evening breeze to spin the wheel, a shimmering slice of the sea went to meet the sinking sun, telling us the day is about to end. But earlier in the day, at the Perodua Center nearby, organized tension filled the air. Drivers and mechanics worked against the clock to prepare their machines for scrutineering. Each machine must meet the specifications and safety standards laid down by the organizers to race in this event. Come tomorrow, idyllic Lumut will be awakened by the growls of these main machines. And round 2 of the Malaysian Rally Championship is on the way. In the absence of Jimmy Lau, the overall leader, second place Kan Chi Hong in a turbocharged Kalisa number 2 begins round 2. Gunaseelan and his brother Jay are out to redeem themselves after a miserable round 1. Let's see if Doc Lim and Terry can make waves this time. Contender Sunta Saminada number 7 takes the ramp after Rosali Abdullah, another hot favorite in that green and white number 6 Proton. Participants might want that moment on the ramp to last a little longer, but time awaits. We are with Kan Chi Hong, current leader, taking on this short and narrow SS1. Let's get on board with him in his nippy Kalisa. As you can see in the onboard action, it's navigator with the driver. Over 14 special stages, these men and their machines will battle it out in terrain where few would dare to take their family salutes. Guna and Jay are in this number 3 Proton, also main contenders to top the podium. What is the small car doing racing with the big boys, you may wonder. But Malaysia's car of the year 2002 has been making one bold statement after another on the local rally scene. Doc Lim takes the Kalisa through his paces superbly through these narrow and twisty stretches. And Rosali Abdullah certainly would not like to be upstaged by the Kalisa. He power slides down the twisty stretches. The first 2 stages of day 1 have not been easy for the big boys.
I think the first and second stages of the day was the toughest because the road was narrow and even though they were short stages, but they were very demanding, challenging. They were tough on the driver, especially when the car was set up all not so good. We had a lot of problems there. I think those 2 stages were the most challenging.
Malaysia has some of the best natural terrain for this kind of sport. Perhaps these will attract the best of the best in the sport when Malaysia will host international rallies again soon. Stretches strewn with loose gravel, rutted ones fraught with sudden violent swerves, and blind corners one after another are everywhere. All these come into play to make dirt rallying an exciting and challenging sport. With little margin for error, perfect judgment is the order of the day. Some purists even go as far as to insist that dirt rallying is the ultimate in this sport. Well, to each his own, but one thing is certain. This is one discipline that fits the driver's skills against an unpredictable terrain and obstacles, while all the time having within his reach raw power that could get him out of or into trouble. A split second is all it takes to make the difference. In short, it is driving with precision under circumstances which are not precise and unpredictable. And that, under any circumstances, will put the nerves to a real test, even for the most seasoned competitor, I would say.
At the moment, the car is only capable of doing about 140 odd, which is not up to the specifications.
And here they are making a strong run in SS4 on day 1 of the second round of the Perodua AAM Malaysian Rally Championship 2003. Well, this section of the crowd is getting a grandstand view, I must say, and Gunaseelan Raju and Jay are giving them their money's worth, if they have to pay for it, that is. These two brothers are combining extremely well. Announcing his arrival in a flamboyant style is Rosali Abdullah. He tears the wind, leaving a trail of dust. Harnessing raw power under the hood is not an easy thing to do, even under normal circumstances. Rosali tries to tame his powerful Wira, while anxious crew members look on. Rosali is doing pretty well up to this point. Edwin and Andre Love, number 14, have been consistent competing in Class P10. They have current overall leader under 1 round, Kanchi Hong for company. Others are Jamaluddin Tukimin, Rafizal Rashid and Razikin. Well, we are back at the service park after the early stages of leg 1. Mechanics work against time to get their machines right for the next stages of the assault. The mechanics are really the unsung heroes. Job is integral to this man-machine race. They are the ones who make these cars hum. If on an off day the engine sputters when it is not needed or the suspension setting is out of whack, the price could be costly. Within the limited time that they have, they nurse back to help the machines, misfired engines to set right, suspension and tires setting that do not jive to take care of, fuel to top up, the whole works. So much to do in so little time. Their reward? Well, perhaps in hearing the cars hit the right notes as they leave the service park to go on to the next stage of the assault, and hopefully just a share of the limelight at the end of the day. But this man has more worries than anyone else. Yang Mulia Tengku Shahrin Abu Bakar, clerk of the course who pulls everything together, shares with us how the MRC started.
The spectators was a bit on the lower side. That's why, and then we decided to move out of Perlis, and we called it a Peninsula Rally Tour instead of Rally of Perlis. So it's like a road show for us to travel from one state to another, doing about 5 to 6 rounds a year to get the local people to find or to know about rallying.
The MRC, ably marshaled by Yang Mulia Tengku Shahrin, has certainly come a long way. 6 years ago, he and his men were running club rallying in the sugarcane plantations, and now they are going places. Let's join Kamal Jamul in car number 18. He's trying very hard. He wants to play catch-up. So is Sheikh Nazri in car number 17. And Nanda Kumar confidently shows the proper way to take on a bridge of planks. He has Suresh as co-driver in number 12. I don't think Ahmad Shafi Bashir Khan in his number 21 as a 1.8 Satya GTI. Well, he did get his act right over that bridge. Perhaps he's got some mechanical trouble. Shahabuddin in number 22 does it better. Drivers do rely on instinct and pure reflexes to get them through tough or rough spots, but that is also a recipe for disaster, and that is what makes this a challenging sport. We are now on board with Kanchi Hong. This nippy machine is making heads turn, not so much for the way it looks, but more for the power it packs under the hood. This is a turbocharged 1.3 four-wheel drive. Kanchi Hong's teammates said earlier that the 140 kilometers per hour they got on the many straights were not good enough. And this is Gunasila number 3, who seems noticeably slower. Rosali turns on the power of his number 6 Proton Wira and power slides his way through, sounding an emphatic warning to the others. These two included Sunter Saminathan and Sangat Singh in this rally-proven thoroughbred. The tough SS have taken a toll. The machines, the brakes in many cases. But that's the case with this Mitsubishi Evo. In number 8, Richard Pong and Rod Anders make steady progress. Number 31 has co-driver of the winning team in round 1, Mohammad Hilmi Zul Hassan. Sadly for Richard Pong and Rod Anders, it looks like the end. If it's any consolation for them, such things happen even to the best. As the rivals whiz past, Rod tries to figure out what it was that the Satya did that dashed his hopes and perhaps broke his heart. Although without much flourish, this four-wheel drive Kanchil number 11 is taking the fight to the bigger boys. In number 16, Razikin has a lot of catching up to do. Edwin Lam, Rafizal and Jamaluddin are way ahead of him in this class. But a lapse of concentration cost Sheikh Nazri and Azahan Arshad dearly and paid dearly for it. Let's see it again in the slow-mo. Ever helpful? We have some spectators quick to the rescue. Sheikh Nazri and Azahan are all right, but not the car. Rally drivers are relatively well protected in the kind of rollover that you've just seen Sheikh Nazri had. And this is Kamal Jammu in number 18. Nanda Kumar is next on number 12. It's the Satya 1.6. Haha, section of the young crowd, eager for a moment of fame. And we gladly oblige to give him much to talk about later. In number 22, Shabuddin is coaxing the Satya to give him more juice. So is Khairul Faisal Aziz in a more powerful Putra 1.8. According to young Mulia Tengku Syahrin Abu Bakar, driver participation is growing. So too has the enthusiasm of the crowd. The MRC has humble beginnings. A group of motorsports enthusiasts began running club rallying in the sugarcane plantation in the northern state of Perlis in 1997.
Police Motorsports Club was established or started up in 96. First, in the beginning, we were just a handful of bikers, and then got interested into cars. After that, we started rallying in the plantation, in the sugarcane plantation, as a small clubman event. Since we started after the first round, I think the interest for people to race in sugarcane plantation was a bit different, you know. People like the idea of sugarcane, especially beginners. You don't damage your car too much and all that.
2 years later, the races in the sugar plantation evolved into the Peninsula Rally Tour, a kind of a road show aimed at bringing back the crowd and to introduce the sports to Malaysians and vice versa. It has been a successful strategy, and the long-range plan is slowly falling in place. Hopefully, in the very near future, this event that we are witnessing today will be the precursor to a regional meet that will see the participation of the world's best in the game. And now back to the race. Khalisas and Kanchuls making spirited runs, shedding that image of being merely runabout cars. Well, Perodua has introduced the 1-litre Khalisa RS, an entry-level rally car that meets FIA specs. Well, number 28 is Nick Anwar Muhammad in a turbocharged Kanchul showing guts and spirit. Oops! Oh, wait. Perhaps he was distracted by Richard Pong's car. I'm not sure if that was the slow-mo of what happened to number 28. I'm not sure if that's the reaction Nick expected from the crowd, but that's what happened. Hey, is this allowed? I'm sure it is. But seeing that his rival is all right, Nazri proceeds to the finish. Number 29, a refurbished Proton Saga 1.3 has a positive campaigner behind the wheel. Nazri hopes to see better days in a better car. Day 1 results. Rosalian Romzi Hassan secured top spot to collect 3 points for leg 1 in the Super Rally format, awarding him points. 46 seconds behind are Gunasilan and Jay, despite having some problems with that race. And taking our third spot, the other third car, number 31, Tengku Jan Lei and Mohammad Hilmi Zul Hassan. Tan Chiong, who began day 1 as the leader in absence of Jimmy Lau, had some trouble and finished way down the table. But the good news is all Kanchuls and Khalisas that started out are still running. Day 2 begins early. A slight drizzle earlier throws in that extra challenge, especially in the faster SS. 24 out of 28 cars are still in the hunt. And Rosali, top finisher of leg 1, is first to the charge. Less than a minute separate Gunasilan and Jay from the leaders. Have they ironed out their brake problems? Well, Tengku Jan and Mohammad Hilmi are going very aggressively in their number 31 Proton. In the absence of Jimmy Lau, Tengku Jan partners Mohammad Hilmi. Sunta, Saminathan and Sangat Singh would have sorted out their brake problems by now.
Overall, the car was performing very well, except for minor glitches here and there. After the service and all, we did some work to it, and it did improve slightly.
Well, number 11, Lau Sao Chun and Kamarul are in 6th spot ahead of Edwin and Andre Lom in number 14. Chopping up very, very steady times. Number 10, Rafizal Rashid takes 8th spot, and we've got Lee Sun Seng and Nick Kang-Hu in number 24. Nanda Kumar is in number 12.
Yesterday we had a bad day. My rear lower arms came loose. I spun twice and then went to the ditch. And we incurred some time penalties because we were late. I think we're 10th overall. I'm trying to take it easy just to finish the race now because we're behind by 4 or 5 minutes.
And this is Jamaluddin Tukimin in number 23.
The asset is a little bit slippery, but it's okay for me. I'm just driving clean.
Number 19 are two brothers.
Still happy. Yeah, something wrong with the setup. Try to control the driver not to go off the road. Basically it's a straightforward SS and quite fast flowing also. Just have to be careful there.
As we've noted earlier, all three Khalisas RS 1 litre are still in the run. Current leader Rosali power slides his way through this meandering stretch. And Gunasilan tries to make the best out of a bad situation.
Rosalie is leading by minutes. I'm having a lot of problem with the car now. I had brake problems yesterday. Today I got totally no clutch. So I have to just put the gear in and start the car now. So I'm just cruising to finish. I just want to finish the race now. Hoping to finish the race to collect some points. We're just keeping our fingers crossed.
Kankujan is lucky not to be saddled with problems that Guna has. The slippery tracks may cost him a shot at the podium's finish, but Sunta and Sangat are fighting to the end all the same. Let's go on board again with Dok Lim Leong on number 5 driving for Khalisa M5 Perodua Racing Team. Well, Lau Sao Chan and Kamarul Anwar are taking it to the big boys in this Kanchil 4-wheel drive number 11. Going very consistently and steadily soaking up each challenge are Edwin and Andre Lam in number 14. It's a Proton Mira 1.6. For some, that fleeting moment of fame was irresistible. Malaysia has been enjoying high visibility in the world of motorsports of late. She has the infrastructure and the natural terrain to stage this discipline of motorsports. Karamjit Singh and Alan O have paved the way for and staked Malaysia's claim to fame in this discipline. Enthusiasm among young drivers such as the ones you see is growing, and it's up to them to carry the flag to even greater heights. Perhaps they will bring another new dawn for Malaysia in this sport. Will Rosali, who is now going great guns, be the one to carry that mantle? Or will it be Guna and Jay, who are still in the fight despite driving with no clutch? But Tengku Jan wouldn't let those two take the limelight for themselves, certainly. Well, he bears the win at a furious pace. This Mitsubishi Evo may have been badly bruised, perhaps nursing a wounded pride, but Sunta and Sangat Singh are too busy to think of that. And now we've seen, well, this is the Proton Vira. He's got his hazard lights on and he's taking it very gingerly. Well, that's not the way to do things. Well, the Perlis Motorsports Club, along with Wheel Sports Management, the organizers and promoters of this event, have come a long way indeed. From running club rallying in sugarcane plantations, they have graduated to running this event that we are witnessing today. One that will eventually put Malaysia back onto the world rallying map. The Rally of Malaysia, scheduled for August 2003, is a significant event for Malaysian rallies. The same people who are running today's event will be running that show. The Rally of Malaysia 2003 may well signal Malaysia's re-entry into the APRC circuit. And with luck, we'll be seeing the creme de la creme of this sport in action as early as 2005, when we play host to a WRC run. Let's listen to Jay.
We started off well at first SS. We did our FTD. We beat by 10 seconds on the first SS for today, this morning. So I had the confidence that the car is back on, back on track.
Well, Jay, keep your fingers crossed. The race does not end through the last SS. Because Sunta Saminathan and Sangat Singh earlier.
we are not very high up there. We had ignition problems.
We lost a lot of time on that.
We wish we could have get more top speed out of the car. Yeah, because of the long stretches in some of the SS.
On board, we see what Terry meant. The long straight stretches are tempting indeed. Doc Lim tries hard to milk extra juice out of his 1.3 turbocharged four-wheel drive Kalisa. This four-wheel drive Kanchil number 11 is one of three from the Perodua M5 racing team. Lau Sao Chen at the wheel, co-driver is Kamaru Anwar. Just seen Muhammad Rafiza going airborne in number 10 in Satria, and the winner would not just let the thrill just pass him by. Nanda Kumar number 12 makes good progress up to the table towards the end of day 2. So does this 27 at the Kanchil with Mohammad Shazli Farid at the wheels. You're joining us in Lumut for round 2 of the Perodua AAM Malaysian Rally Championship 2003. 26 from Pak Cheng, also in an RS 1 litre, is putting up a great fight for the Perodua Cup. Well, Kanchi Hong is still in the hunt, though mechanical problems brought him down very hard to 18 spots at the end of day 1, and that's rally overview. Well, we've just seen the two Khairul brothers, Faizan and Fahmi, in number 19, making their final dash on day 2 of round 2 of the Malaysian Rally Championship at Lumut. Well, at the end of day 2, here's how they stand officially. The big boys still have the edge, and topping the table in round 2 of the Perodua AAM Malaysian Rally Championship is Rosali Abdullah with co-driver Romzi Hassan. They've got a time of 1 hour, 31 minutes and 12 seconds. 8 minutes behind, despite all sorts of mechanical troubles, Gunnar Seelan and brother Jay with a time of 1 hour, 39 minutes and 9 seconds. Far from being outclassed, the Kalisa with Doc Lim and Terry Tay proved that it is good for third spot with a time of 1 hour, 40 minutes and 44 seconds. In fourth spot is Kanchi Hong, time of 1 hour, 44 minutes and 29 seconds rather, and fifth Sunta Saminathan, 1 hour, 45 minutes and 50 seconds, and sixth Adrian Lam with Andre Lam. And seventh spot is Lau Seo Chan with Kamaru Anwar. Far from being outclassed, Doc Lim and Terry Tay prove that even a terrier can run with the wolves.
We are in the game. Hopefully things will run better in the future rounds and all.
Well, this round, especially round 2, as compared to previous rounds and last year, the number of participation has increased. And I think the interest in rallying is coming back, which quite an improvement compared to what we had, say, 2 years ago. Our target is to bring the World Rally back. World Rally to Malaysia. We haven't had that. We've had APRC before, and we're trying for the APRC this year. Hopefully in May 2005, we'll have the World Rally in this country.
There you have it, the man behind it all, Yang Mulia Tengku Shahrin Abu Bakar. On the overall chart, Kanchi Hong still maintains his position at the top. But out of the blue, Rosali came and relegated Lim Leong on to 4th. And Gunnar Seelan collected valuable points to take 5th place, having a DNF in round 1. That's all from us for now, till we meet again and get another chance to go extreme on dirt. This is Jesse Van Riesen, signing off.